One of the things about the beta male simp that he gets embarrassed about, mainly when it comes to the decisions that he makes as far as who he chooses to be with. And one of the things that's embarrassing for the beta male simp is that when things come to light of how much of a cuck or a simp that he actually is, meaning what he let his woman get away with, usually the lifestyle that the woman is actually living while in a relationship with him. Because one of the things about the beta male simp is he's going to do whatever it takes to please a woman because that's part of his game. A lot of why people, always criticize, simps and beta males and all of that is because the thing that the simp beta male does to get women, part of his game is compromising himself to please the woman. That's part of his game. Okay, I'm going to ignore this bad behavior. I'm going to give you this said money when you know damn well that woman does not do that with everybody else, but you don't even think about that. You give away your time and even your peace to argue with her, to fuss and fight. All of that is why it's embarrassing when those things come out. A lot of times, a lot of beta male simps are like that in private. They're absolutely funding women's OnlyFans. They're supporting their woman's OnlyFans. They're supporting their woman selling box. Okay, all of this stuff is the compromised beta male that does not want to do things to lift his ball sack and, deal with his imperfections, whatever that may be, deal with his problems as far as basically being so tender-dicked that he gotta go do whatever it takes to please a woman and keep that woman in his good grace. That's what's embarrassing. And when you find this shit out, because see, this is where it becomes a hierarchy situation amongst men. There's a hierarchy. A lot of men don't like to admit that. The men that don't like to talk about male hierarchy are the men that are lower on the male hierarchy spectrum, and obviously don't want to improve on their hierarchy because male hierarchy can be improved. I talk a lot about it, and one of the things that you find out that this scruffy dude that's smart, he's very intelligent. I mean, well researched, read, above his years in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That scruffy male that thinks laissez-faire about himself, his looks, his actual appearance and lifestyle. The reason he's like that is because he thinks that that's okay for him to just have bare minimum to basically fit in with his woman and his own little cocoon bubble, his own beta male coon bubble. I said beta male coon. Basically that's how he feels. That's appropriate. It's easy to do. See, a lot of this shit, man, That's why I did the video running away from the pain. A lot of guys basically running away from pain. And you know, the short answer is you're a pussy. That's the short answer. Okay, but a lot of what comes out in the dark, it comes into the light, and then you embarrassed now. Now you gotta motherfucking hide. You gotta go hide because you got exposed by other men that you are living a life that is contradictory to every other average guy or above average guy, and now you gotta go run. You gotta go hide for a while. You know, and I hopefully when you go hide, go back to your little cave, you can do some push-ups. You can cut your hair, and you know, I missed today. I'm a little scruffy today, but you know, I'm not growing a beard. I just, you know, basically I'm clean cut, you know, pretty much. That the women like that, so I go with it. You know, I go with what the women like, you know what I'm saying? You know, but the thing is that when it comes down to it, you just looking scruffy, looking like you could goddamn it sand drywall with your beard. That's, you know, that's just going, that scruffy homeless look. It looks exactly like it is, like you're homeless, like you're looking for a place to stay. And you might have you might have a woman and but at the end of the day, when you pull back the layers, when you pull back the sheets, it's dirt. Your sheets are dirty. You know, your life is that of a beta male that lets his woman do whatever she wants because that's part of your game. You're a happy wife, happy life nigga that basically is a beta male cuck at the most. And it goes financial too. Unfortunately, the hardest thing, what really hurts a lot of men and a lot of broke men that don't want to improve themselves, is that basically the finance correlate to reality. How you getting out competed, you getting out saved, out invested, is because you don't want to listen to nobody. You don't want to do what it takes. You chose, okay, I'm going to just basically be a beta male in every category, and it just shows. And those things you trying to do in business and everything like that, it ain't going to really work that well because you pretty much, your system is not even that good. Just like your relationship is not that good. You ain't standing on business in your house. You're not standing on business outside your house 9 times out of 10. You know, so it's like at the end of the day, a lot of guys, they'll and I see this shit a lot on YouTube, man, on social media. They preaching on the fact that they got some woman and all that type of shit, and you should get a relationship and this, as if to say that relationship is above standard. When you come to find out, when you pull back the layers, it's a broke couple basically trying to survive. And you know, and it's like you realize this woman ain't really listening to this guy. She doing whatever she want to, and she got this dude basically in the palm of her hands. And it's just like, it's just embarrassing. And it's like, really, if you living like that, I don't know what it is about people, right, like that are delusional about how they live their life. Like, meaning, if you really fucked up out there, if you on some like pimping and owing type shit, right? Why would you bring that to other people in other YouTube channels and stuff like that? Why would you like be dirty and nasty about how you really live your life, and then you think that's cool to like try to fit in with everybody else on some like I'm gonna do some clout chasing type stuff. Like if you dirty and nasty, you probably should just stay in your own little lane, your own little, you know, that's when you probably want to stay in your little echo chamber. You know, you stay in your little channel or your little page because you ain't shit, and you know you ain't shit. It's like, why would you try to go outside of your own little circle when you know you ain't shit, and then risk being exposed as being ain't shit? It's like, at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I ain't necessarily trying to join every panel because that's not something that I think I want. I don't necessarily want to go viral. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, why go viral when you not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you risking your job and all of that type of stuff, and you ain't even rich yet. You know what I'm saying? If I was rich, I'd probably be okay with going viral. But I mean, yeah, I don't join every channel and all of that type of stuff because one, I mean, it's certain places you go, they gonna expose your ass, and they gonna probably expose you faster than normal. So I don't know, like, I don't know what's wrong. But I'll tell you this, you young motherfuckers, the older dudes will expose your bum ass ways that you think that you know better than somebody else. You think your game is better, your life perspective is better than others. I'm gonna tell you this, when it come to find out the little cuck shit you've been doing, little simp ass shit you've been doing and let your bitch get away with, don't say nothing when the older dudes, when we find out about that shit and we say, okay, you know, basically you should have been listening to motherfucking the older people and your elders, you know what I'm saying, to give you some better understanding, because your ass thought you knew more than they did, and now you looking like a dumbass fool.